Garrett with GSG Group, the investment group. Slow but regular day in the market. Checking out the Yahoo page. Stocks pace toward fourth straight session of gains. Fourth straight session. Forget about the news. Forget about the scares. Forget about the interest. Pick 5 companies. 5. They don't have to be great. They do have to be good. But pick 5. Act like you are a team owner and you want certain players on your team. And the players that are going to be on your team, they are the companies. Research 5. See if they got what it takes to be on your team. If they do, and you have a little bit of money set aside, purchase some shares of that company, make them a part of your team. Just 5. Start out with 5. It don't have to be 20. It don't have to be 10. Start out with 5. Start building a team. Okay? That's what you need just to start out. Me, myself, I like to drink coffee. I'm not even I don't really hate a coffee. I like coffee. Starbucks is smooth. Dunkin' is okay. But I like coffee. Since I like coffee, I want coffee on my team somehow, some way. Who makes a good coffee? Can I look at a coffee company and do a little research? Can I find out how much money they made last year? How much debt do they have compared to the gains that they had? If they had gains, will they continue to have gains? Will this company be around in 5 years? Simple for me right there. Let's see how much one share is of this company, and let's make a plan to buy one share. They don't have to be the best. You don't have to recruit LeBron James. You don't have to recruit Steph starting out. You don't need the best player on the team right now. But what you do need to start out with is a team. That's what we're doing, y'all. We starting out just getting the team ready. When we get our paper up, then we can start recruiting those major talents. Alright? I mean, today, I got Apple in my sight because I'm a techie. I got Apple on my sight. I'm going to have to put a game plan together to at least get one share of Apple. And right now, they $350. $154 a share. I gotta build a plan to get Apple on my team. I read this book. I'll share it for the book of the week on next week. But it's a book about Starbucks. I'm gonna share that for the book of the week next week. Picked it up at the public library. It's a pretty good read. Right now, S&P 500, they're in the green. They're up. The NASDAQ, they're up 64 points. The Dow is up almost 100 points. They hovering around 99 points right now. Our three major indexes are up. This is good for us. Gold is still hovering around the same. Really haven't had any major gains, no losses. And for the oil companies out there, oil right now is hovering about the same. I've been listening to a lot of news concerning Hertz car rental company. If you are using Robinhood as a platform to invest, as a brokerage platform, a lot of Robinhood first time investors, a lot of us have purchased Hertz car rental company, and they filed for bankruptcy back in May, the tail end of May. And right now they're in a position where they're asking shareholders to pay their debt. Asking actual shareholders to pay their debt because they filed for Chapter 11. And right now it's like there's been a lot of talk about why a lot of Robinhood investors have been purchasing Hertz, and it's clear to us why we would make a purchase like Hertz, and that's because of the low price, with the hopes that it would go back up to where it was. But if we look at the 52-week high, 52-week highs at $20.85 per share, and right now they are trading at $1.89. This looks like a good buy, but like I said, they're asking shareholders if they would pay their debt. And I know it's in the billions. I'm not sure how much debt it is. I read about it and I heard about it this morning and yesterday on a podcast, and they are not in a good position. So if you do, I'm not a you don't have to listen to this advice. You can do what you want, but if you have invested in Hertz, a lot of advisors have made a suggestion to make a exit strategy. Make your money. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go down. It's a lot of volatility, a lot of up and down. You know, a lot of room to make some money with the way that it's going up and down. We look at the last week. It went as high as $3 a share, 3.35. So if it gets up that high again, good morning. If it gets up that high again, um, yeah, make an exit strategy. They're hurting right now. They're selling a lot of their rental cars to try to make up some and recoup some of that loss that they had. But if you invested in Hertz, make an exit strategy where you'll still have some gains, but they're asking their shareholders, actual shareholders. And this is something that companies uh, don't do, but they've asked the commission if they could do it, and they said, well, you can ask all you want, you know. It's up to your shareholders if they're gonna pay it, you know. But just beware. They went as low as 40 cent for the 52-week low. So those that bought shares when it was 40 cent and you sold it like when it was around $3, it was a good buy. But if you can make an exit strategy, going over some news today, I'm down about almost 9%. I got one put option that's still alive to the end of the week, and one call option is still alive to the end of the week. And actually, even though it says I'm down $22 for the day, I'm not down when it comes to how much I actually purchased these options for. I think this option, I think I made purchased them for $4. So right now, if I sold them, they would only sell for $1. So I'm not worried about that right now. And my Micron, I like messing with Micron. I actually bought this Micron at $20 yesterday, and it's selling right now for $33. So I'm still up on that, even though it's showing me down for the day. I'm up on it when it comes to how much I'll actually make off of it. It may go up, it may go down. I'm not concerned about that part right now today. Bought it for $25. So still got 2 days. It's still gonna go do its yo-yo. But I have it. I think I have it selling at. I think I have it selling at $60. I think might be 65. So I have a pending order. Yep. Had this placement order to sell it at 65. So if it goes to 65, it'll sell as soon as it gets there. If it doesn't, I'll wait till tomorrow to sell it. Try not to do anything going in on Friday. And all of the stocks that I've purchased, the shares that I own, they're all going down. They're all in the red today. Down 6%, 1%, 8%, almost 5%, which is cool. It's all cool. And what else was we looking at? The 4-day winning streak. So they're hoping to get another day winning streak with today. It's still plenty of time. We still got 6 hours. Still got 6 hours before the market closes. Anything could happen. Stay focused, but research companies. See who you want to invest in. Since we're in the age of technology, can't go wrong with tech. Always think about things that you need, essentials that people can't go without. They cannot go without, and think about popular companies that um, brand has dominated so much that their brand is actually uh, better or seems better than essential things. I always say food, clothes, shelter, and resources, natural resources, things that people use every day. Um, yeah, let's start building a team. Top movers today. These are it. Top movers. Nikola stock gets its first rating from Wall Street. It's a buy. What are they talking about, Nikola? I know that's Tesla's name. Nikola Tesla. I don't know who they talking about. A fuel cell battery. Do your homework on Nikola Tesla with the alternate current. He created the alternate current, and was it Edison stole it from me, jacked it from me. Thomas Edison. That's the American way. Jack moves. So yeah, build a team. Do some homework on the shares that you're going to purchase. Um, like right now, I'm gonna buy 2 more shares of this finance company since they are below the mark. This would be me. It would be considered me buying them while they're down. So just 2 shares, $6. Let's do it. 2 shares. Type in 2. Order. Buy. That takes my buying power to what, $95. Before I get up out of here, I want to highlight this book once again. The book of the week is Money Master the Game. Money Master the Game. It's a good read. It's an easy read. The audio book is on Audible. I haven't heard the audio book, but it is a good read. Found this book at the library. Couldn't find it in my neighborhood, but I had get this book ordered and sent to my neighborhood library, and I picked it up and I read it. And it was a pretty good read, pretty easy read too. So yeah, check out the book. He goes over compound interest, the principle of compounding. Yeah, he breaks it down pretty good. He has discussions with a lot of well-known millionaires and how they keep their money, what they invest in. A lot of them invest in index funds. So when I read that and I got it, I'm like, man, it's like they take their funds, they take their money, and instead of they don't day trade. Instead of trying to beat the market, they pick index funds, and the index funds does exactly what the market does. It's like why try to beat the market when you could just buy the market. So yeah, that's where we at today. That's what we're going over. I'm gonna check Yahoo, see if they going over any highlighted news today. I'll play a little bit of news and then I'm gonna get up out of here.
Reflect this Juneteenth. What can you tell us?
Morning, Alexis. Yeah, so Amazon is not alone here. You're hearing a lot of companies saying, listen, that Juneteenth either needs to be a holiday or that it needs to be a day that employees decide to cancel meetings and take time to reflect on how racism has.
Nation?
Yeah, that's right, Alexis. So essentially, Marilyn Booker, she had been at the bank for 25 years. She says, or she's alleging in her lawsuit, that she was fired for pushing Morgan Stanley too hard.
Leader Mitch McConnell says he wants a police reform bill on the Senate floor next week. Certainly good to see that. Overall, in terms of the markets, though, we're seeing markets meander between gains and losses as investors try to figure out what market narrative is the right one. Fears about coronavirus or the prospect for more
that they struggling to see the next signal. I know we've had some positive signals. The unemployment figures, the spending figures were positive, but the market looks forward, and right now it's trying to grasp, all right, what's going to be next, and I think the odds favor that pricing it out either. Right now, for whatever reason, if you talk to the Irish punters, the markets, the big investors in the markets haven't yet decided which stretched. They're great companies. They have a lot of cash. They're growing. Their earnings are multiplying. All those sorts of good things. But they're selling 60 times forward earnings, and that's high. And just historically, you see when the favorite 50 or the bad or have.
There's a lot of talk. But that's all I'm gonna do today, y'all. Y'all be safe, care for the ones you love, and love the ones you care for. Please, and please, 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 please,